episode of Talks with Tone and Teena. I'm Tone, she's Tina. Y'all ready to party? Y'all ready to talk? Hope everybody had a wonderful 2 weeks. If you didn't put it in the comments, if you did, put it in the comments. We want to hear from y'all. Y'all our co-hosts. We want to hear. Had a good 2 weeks or no?
I had a great 2 weeks
All
actually.
right, I love that.
Okay, Bacon is in here.
Hey, Bacon.
Keisha, and she said.
Hey, Keish.
She said, "Hey, y'all! I am catching a live."
Yes.
Thank you.
And we love it.
Yes.
If y'all got shit going on, y'all got
about
hustle, side businesses, all of that, make sure you put it in the comments so people can patron y'all businesses. We over here at Talks with Tone and Teena love to advertise for the black
Trish
people.
is in here.
Hey, Trish.
Detroit Trish.
Detroit's finest.
Trish
Get it right.
Trish be outside every single weekend.
You told me to what?
Messenger.
Oh, for the question.
Trish be outside every single weekend. Trish, my old head girlfriend went to Detroit.
Trish be on the move.
Last week. She said she haven't had that much fun in the past 20 years. She was hanging with Martha Reeves, that sing Dancing in the Street. They was at the club. They was at the club partying. She said she ain't had that much fun in so long. And I said that's how it was when we went to Detroit.
Yeah.
When we went to
we were
Detroit,
supposed to go back.
we had a blast. So people be sleeping on the D.
No, don't sleep on the D. We went for a wedding and still came back. Like that was the best time.
I think we spent like $20 the whole weekend. We had
everybody was hospitable. Yeah, no. $30 when we went to the Motown tour. That's the only money we spent the whole time. Everybody's hospitable. It's a party. It's a vibe. Trish, we coming back.
Okie doke. We're gonna get into the questions for the night. The first question of the night is, because I got somewhere to be.
Okay.
The first question of the night is relationships versus companionship. What is the difference and which is more realistic as you age? As you're getting older, which do you feel is more realistic? If you have a relationship, that's fine. But if you don't, what are you looking for, if anything? And what do you feel is like more realistic?
I feel like even if you have a relationship, that's a real question. For me, a relationship encompasses everything: sex, love, rock and roll, money, whatever. A companionship is somebody that you can stand. That, I mean, in short, that's how I feel the difference is. I feel like not every, because there's people that still fucking well into their 80s, but most times, hell yeah.
In my mind, I don't think people have sex.
You know, we pulled up on my grandfather. He had that 32-year-old down at the other trailer, bitch.
How old was he?
How old was he? 89, 90?
Oh, when we went?
Yes.
Oh.
When you asked him, was that his girlfriend? And he quickly said no?
I think he was like 89.
Period.
But in my mind, people don't have sex after they get like 65.
Girl, please.
I don't know. I just can't imagine a 75-year-old sucking dick.
I can imagine it.
I just couldn't see it.
I can imagine it. I told you when I was at Riderwood, the highest rate of STDs was the older people. Them bitches gets it in. So, but I feel like at some point, your relationship is going to turn into a companionship because everybody don't experience that. So it got to be a motherfucker you can stand who, if you take sex and money out of the relationship or out of the equation, is this person for you? Is this person compatible to you? That's a companionship to me.
Okay, I'm going to read a little bit. Okay, it says a relationship generally has more structure than companionship because it's based on a mutual commitment. In a relationship, both parties are committed to the well-being of the other and work to maintain the bond they share. This structure often means that certain rituals and behaviors are expected of each partner, which can provide a sense of stability and continuity.
Okay, so how is that different? That's the what?
That's a relationship.
Okay.
Now,
I agree with all that.
In a partnership, companionship, it says, on the other hand, companionship usually lacks this sense of obligation and is more casual or temporary. Friends can spend time together without expecting a lasting, deep relationship.
I disagree. I feel like a companionship is the lifelong thing.
It say this can make companionship more flexible, carefree, and also less stable.
I agree with that. But as far as time, I feel like a companionship is the long-term version of that. Like, it's more long-term than a relationship.
I just feel like everybody's just so fixated on titles. If you're vibing with someone and you're kicking it, however you guys are doing that, I feel like just take it for that right now. Like everything is so title driven and a point has to be proven.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times it has more to do with other people than it actually
I was just about
has
to say
do
that.
with the two people involved.
Those, they don't even care. If the friendship on your mama be, well, what are y'all? When y'all getting married? And is that your boyfriend? What's going on there? It be the outside people that really do that. Yeah, that you right.
So, what do you feel like as you're aging, a companionship or a relationship, or it doesn't matter to you?
It never mattered to me. What a title was, what a label was, never ever mattered to me. It always mattered more to the guy than it did to me.
Candace.
Hey, Candace. It always.
I've had Candace tonight. Lakeisha,
you better have.
Lakeisha and Tahira has lost their privileges to be tagged.
Oh.
And they're part
she's in charge of the list.
They're part of LT3. We all share tattoos, best friends tattoos, and guess what? They don't get tagged anymore.
But she don't play that. And she's in charge of the list.
Yes.
I say a companionship.
Candace, I'm sorry.
What you see long term for you? I feel like your answer gonna surprise me.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm just going whichever way the wind blows at this present point in my life. I've been married. I've done all the whole white picket fence type of scenario and all of that kind of stuff. At this point in my life, heading toward 50, I'm just more concerned about living for the present and just living life and enjoying it.
So you don't care about titles and none of that?
All of that mumbo jumbo is just mumbo jumbo.
So you don't, it wouldn't matter to you if you're never someone's girlfriend or wife again?
I mean, I'm not saying that it wouldn't matter because it would have to be what both of us felt or agreed. Some of these men be really trying to snatch you up.
They do, girl.
So, hey, if I'm vibing with you and I'm feeling you, I can be snatched up.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's that.
So you're not opposed to a relationship, but you... Okay, so it's not like you on a fence. A relationship or companionship, it really don't matter as long as you with who you want to be with.
Yeah. And I feel like as you get older...
It don't matter.
You be looking, you want to, like, hey, say you want to live by yourself and the guy wants to live by themselves. But hey, when you want to travel with that person. So y'all do that. When you want to go out to dinner, when you're not with like your friends, your coworkers, your siblings, your church friends, your kids, then you go out with that person. It's like y'all have that, like they said, it's a mutual understanding, but it's not so much of, like structure or force. I mean, not force, but like you have to do it because you're in a relationship.
Could you marry your companion?
Yeah, because I feel like it's all one and the same at the end of the day.
Well, if you married a companion, would you want to live? Could you live separately?
Yeah, I could.
I could too.
And my other thing is, but if you have a companion, can you have like 5 companions?
Bitch, no.
Why? If you can't have 5 companions,
I mean, it does say that structure.
Then why can't they be in then you would be in a relationship?
Well, okay, I would say it because it does say understanding.
If Johnny like to do this and Tommy like to do that and Timmy likes to do that, I want to be companions with all 3 of them.
It does. Okay, you got a point. I think you might be right because it does say an unstructured. Okay, but is everybody getting everything everybody else getting?
No, everybody don't need to get everything everybody else get, and everybody's not going to give everything that everybody else gets. Every person serves their purpose.
Now I agree with that. I definitely agree with
Every
that.
person serves their purpose. Hey, somebody neck/FaceTime might not be the best, but other things, their wallet might be better.
Or they might be a good conversationalist.
Whatever the case may be.
Okay, but you cool with that. Would you be cool if he had Jane, Susie, and Kim?
No, I would not.
Okay, well, bitches is double standard. You can't fucking do that.
I'm jealous.
Girl, you cannot do that. If you want Tom, Dick, and Harry, he got to have Susie.
Okay, if we really seriously said, hey, we're just going to be companions. It's not going to be real strings attached. And, hey, like, I don't talk to him every day. I don't even talk to him every week.
No, you the main, so you want to talk to him every day.
But if you're a companion, not really. You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing other things. So I feel like...
I would feel like if you don't tell me. If we companions, what you do outside of me is none of my business. Well,
we will be on time tonight.
I was about to say, what is the comment saying?
Candace said, hey, my beauties.
Hey, Candace.
Pooh is in here. Hey, Pooh.
Vass?
Yes, Vasco.
Hey, Vass.
Hey, Pooh. I know you smiling.
And you haven't been here in a while, nigga. Where you been?
Tama Taylor Robinson. You know her?
Hey, Tama. Yes, that's my Zumba boo.
And Lamont Jamal.
Hey, Lamont.
He said, be on time tonight, please.
Who?
That's...
On time to... Oh, that was a personal little whatever? We can talk about
That's neither here nor there.
We'll talk about it later, right?
The next question is, so if anybody want to chime in on companion.
You said you going toward 50. What
I'm sorry. Fahim is on here.
Hey,
and
Fahim.
We want to say congratulations on the new bundle of joy to Fahim and his wife.
Oh, congratulations.
For those and Bakisa's uncle.
Oh.
And Miss Brown is in here. Miss Brown, where have you been?
For real.
Lanique Brown.
I know who you mean.
Where have you been, Miss Brown? We haven't seen
Making
you
crab pies and shit.
making the best, the Butterfinger cakes.
She done forgot all
the
about
salmon
us.
pies. You know, Mama LaFleur all over all the pop-ups.
So I said that crab pie was bomb.
That my son wanted to eat her food like every day. Like, first of all, I'm not finna keep giving Miss Brown $22 or $25. That's first. Then I'm not finna keep driving down Southwest. That's second. Then we got food in the house.
Right.
Eat them noodles.
Like your mother used to tell
Eat
me.
them damn noodles. He ordered them noodles off Amazon. Eat them goddamn
them hot ones.
Eat them cardboard noodles off Amazon and get out my damn face.
See, they weren't good. He said they was hot.
He loves her food. So he's gonna be here on Wednesday, Ms. Brown. So if you're cooking, let me know, and Devin will definitely patronize you and support you. Okay, the next question is mother-daughter. It's not really like a question. It's more just like something we want to talk about, mother-daughter relationships. Do you feel like you have a good relationship with your mother?
Yeah, I do.
And do you feel like you've always?
Yes.
A sidebar, I saw Tone's mother the other day. Shout out to Mom Anita.
She be in these streets, y'all.
Out there popping her shit. First of all, I got out the car, and the only reason I would have ever turned around, I heard somebody say, "Excuse me, can somebody out here help me?" And Mom Anita wanted them to load her shit up.
And she don't
Mom
play.
Anita, you ain't out.
She needs a
you ain't out McLean.
She need a motherfucking butler or something to ride with her, not that goddamn dog. Cause she always, I need you young fellas. I need y'all to put this in my car.
Whoever,
you don't even know those people.
They stopped right immediately and went help her. So I turned, and I was like, "Oh my god!" So we chopped it up and all of that.
Here's the bumping part. Everybody in the neighborhood know my mama because she been there since '81.
But she was at another shopper's.
Oh, it don't matter. She gonna find somebody. Somebody gonna help her put that shit in the car. But I have always had a great relationship with my mother. I've always been accused of being my mother's favorite. We've had bumps and bruises down the
I feel like every relationship period has.
Yes.
You're human.
Yes.
You're two different people.
And as I grew up, she didn't want to drop the purse strings sometimes. I mean, not the purse strings, the apron strings. Like, she wanted to hold on to me a little more. I've always been independent.
I'm gonna let you do what you want since I know you.
Yeah, but like, she's still trying to run my life. When you having kids, when you getting married, who you with, what you doing, that type of stuff. She always let me go wherever I wanted to go.
Keisha B is in here.
Hey, Keish.
I'm sorry. JoJo is in here. He said, "Shit, I'm late." Hey, booze.
Hey, Joe.
Miss Brown said I had an awesome relationship with my mom before she passed.
Oh, that's great.
Of course, I have 4 boys. She has all sons. And Keisha B said, "I don't feel like I have a good bond with my mom, so I make sure I have a one with my daughter."
That's great.
Keisha, how you and your mother be at wine down, but y'all don't? I mean, I feel like that's a hell of a bond. You at wine down with your mother and your grandmother?
Yeah, but it might not have been always like that.
Yeah.
So.
My mother's no longer with us.
I had a great relationship with her mother too.
Tone did.
She was my best friend.
I feel like I had a great relationship with my mother, but I was also like the bitch of her kids.
She was.
So, of course, that would make for, sometimes I would challenge her.
Clash, yeah.
I would never conform to anything or anybody. So, of course, I was the mouth. I was the this and I was the that. And I feel like for the formative years of my life, when I was smaller, I was raised out in California with my father. So I feel like I created the person I was without my mother.
Before you got here.
Yeah, so when I came here and, they was running their program the way they wanted to, and I was running my program the way I wanted to.
Okay, but that don't count because you was always like 35, even with like...
I was always...
I met her at 17 or 18.
Tone was 13 and I was 17.
Yeah.
And I've always... How I am now...
She was always like that.
I'm just like literally, I'm the same way every way around.
She's always
Except
been
for my crop
bossy.
tops.
She's always been running the show.
Stop for showing my crop tops.
Well, no, you used to do a little, so you might tie something around your waist, bitch, but you was doing the crop top, girl.
I don't think so, Tone.
I was you had a different look.
I was very preppy. Okay,
I'll give you that.
Blazers, my little moccasins.
Love the Oxford button down. That was her favorite. But personality wise, she's been like this since I met her. So I used to say, John, fuck her and hang with her mother. And we used to smoke cigarettes and cuss bitches out all day. And go to the VFW.
And we called my mother by her first name. So we called
everybody did.
We called her Pam, all of her children. So all of my friends, they called her Pam too. So it was like we were like great friends and we were cool. But of course, like I said, I still had my own mind and my own mouth and all of that.
True.
Now, Sue is here. And Sue, do you want to speak on this? Because I don't want to speak for her.
Okay, yeah. How do you feel like your relationship?
Wait, let me read this.
It's really not here.
Hold up, let me read this first. It says, an ideal relationship has to have a healthy balance of attachment and healthy separation. Which, like you said, your mother didn't want to let you go. I'm that way.
45 and she's still trying to run my life.
I'm that way with my daughter.
Yes, she is.
If somebody wants her to come somewhere, I still want to go to like chaperone. Bill said never change. We too. Oh Lord, here we go.
One more time in English, Bill.
Bill don't never write in English and he been to college.
Bill, what the fuck?
He been to college.
On a basketball scholarship?
Respectfully, Bill, she trying to say you a dumb job.
I'm just asking. What was that, Bill?
Respectfully, you still like that, but oh my God, Miss Brown said I'm still like that. She said respectfully.
No, she ain't no respectfully, Miss Brown. She the fuck is.
Okay, so yeah, Sue says she don't really want to talk. I feel like me and Sue's relationships has had ups and downs. Just like
everybody else.
Just depending on different aspects of her life. I feel like when she was really at her most rebellious stage, that's when I got the most resistance from her.
Sue had a rebellious stage?
I feel like
what year was that?
I feel like
college.
I feel like 20. She went to college in 2016.
Yeah.
So I feel like from like 2016 to probably like 2018, 19, when she was still looking for herself, I feel like she got into like friendships, and I'm not that. I know how some people's mothers say, like, that's not your friend and this, that, and the third. I wanted her to see things on her own and feel things on her own. Yeah. But we have, been going strong.
And she was right. She's an excellent entrepreneur. So she was right. She was right to leave college
last time we had
and start out on her own.
I feel like last time we had a real beef was like last year or something.
No, I feel like that was like 2 years ago.
Like 2 years ago? Okay, so we
still living in Virginia.
We're still going. I mean, we're going really strong. We hang together a lot. We go out together to the club. Sue was just at Ray's 50th Barbie party. We go to dinner together. We travel together. We talk on the phone on FaceTime at least maybe like 4 hours a day. Me, Sue, and her best friend.
Do you feel like that's a little codependent?
No.
You feel like that's the relationship you want?
Yes.
So do you feel like that's the relationship you want?
It's normal and it's natural.
If I don't want to talk to her, I'm not going to answer her phone.
And no, but let's not get it.
I call her.
Let's not get it confused. She calls me. I haven't heard from you. Or yesterday, you said you was going to call me back. So please.
So wait. So you be stalking her?
It's
mutual.
It's definitely mutual.
But I love that though, as opposed to
people always respond to my story like, "Oh my God, I love you and your mom's relationship." Oh my God,
which is true, and I love it too. I do love it. I'm not gonna lie, because we were raised. I gotta say, my mother raised us a little different. We knew that she was our mother, but my mother didn't have such a stern hand. You know how some of those relationships, you can't tell your parent anything, and you every 5 minutes you gotta leave at 18. You better not get like they always coming to you with negativity, or you feel like you can't talk to your parent.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have that relationship. I didn't have that relationship with my mother either. I could talk to my mother about any fucking thing. Mm-hmm. She told me to smoke a cigarette in front of her when you snitched on me. So I could talk to her about any fucking thing.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't have that. So I do love that y'all have that type of friendship. Y'all have a friendship, but Sue know when not to play with you too. Uh-huh. So I do love that.
Okay, Ms. Brown said, yes, I love you and your daughter's relationship. Thank you, Ms. Brown. And moving on, if anybody
in the comments saying whatever?
No, that was it.
Well, y'all don't fuck with y'all kids, or what the fuck's up?
Some people got only sons.
I'm just saying, ain't nobody said shit. Y'all don't fuck with y'all kids. What's going on?
Bill is a guy, so he can't speak on
Bill
that.
got a son or a daughter. Oh, Bill's daughter's young.
Joelle is in here. Joelle said, "Hey, lady."
Hey, Joelle.
He should be saying, "Scroll back up."
Joelle just had a birthday. Happy belated, boo. You look cute.
Okay. I'm sorry. Candace said, "My mother is my boo. She is the most giving human I know. She is hilarious, and now that it's just me and her, because Candace's father passed away.
Oh, sorry.
She holds on to me even more.
Candace, but do that. Is that? Do you mind that your mother's holding on to you a little more?
And Keisha B said she been put in some situations where she have to mother instead of being mothered. Keisha, your mother sound wild. Tell her
like
hang with us.
I'm trying to fuck with her.
Tell her hang with us.
But Keisha, I feel you because I've been put in situations like that too. My mother is a very giving person, and sometimes it gets in a, sometimes she gives more than she can, and I've been put into the parental role too. So I know how that feels, and I'm sure that's a burden.
That's really real.
What?
As your parents get older, like getting put into that parental role or feeling like you're mothering your mother. You know what I'm saying?
And everybody's gonna get to that.
Please.
Yeah. So new school, you want a new shit though. You gotta admit that.
Miss Brown said boys are worse. I think they try to protect more than girls, or do Sue act like your
Hey,
no, Sue don't act like my bodyguard at all. Boys are definitely like that. And I personally love boys more than I love
Debbie
girls.
acts like that to you though.
And I wanted a son so bad, Miss Brown. So if I had 4 sons, I would not know how to act.
You feel like Debbie acts bodyguardish? He cares about what you post.
Yeah, to a degree.
Debbie always been like that though.
Yeah.
One thing about it, 2 things were saying my brother.
He's his father's child.
Candace said, I'm an only child and it can be a lot, but I know she needs it. She has been with my dad since she was 17. She is 73.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness gracious, Candace. And first time alone, I just accepted. Sharon has entered. Poo Poo said, I hang out with my kids. I talk to mine 24 hours. And she said, hello, ladies. Keisha B said, same. I am an only child to my mom.
Okay, so she put Sharon down, so I'm going to say Sharon instead of Poop. Sharon, do you feel like what do you feel like your relationship is with your kids? Do you feel like you have a friendship with them too? Or do you feel like they know their, boundaries? What you do?
With her and her husband and stuff.
Oh, okay, so you party with your Sharon. Okay.
Sharon has 2 sons and a daughter, and I know she got 1 stepdaughter.
Okay, cool.
Yes, and she has grands.
Do you think stepkids?
We have a question about that.
Okay, now I'm gonna shut up then.
Because remember the lady that got into it with the guy on TikTok? We have.
That's on it?
Yeah.
I told you I don't read them because I want to be surprised.
So she said yes. Poo said yes.
She party with her kids and all that.
She's their friends and their mom.
I like that. I love that, and I think everybody should have that. The way that we were raised, like I was saying, the way that we was raised, I feel like our parents did what their parents did, and which wasn't necessarily right. People were raised by fear before Gen X. What are we? Gen X? Yeah.
I don't know.
People were raised with fear before then, from the baby boomers, and then it feels like to me our parents started out that way, but as they got older, they realized that's not going to work, and I want a different relationship.
Keisha B said, I definitely have a friendship with my older sons. She did have them as a teen mom. And I feel like sometimes when you have that, how they say you were raised together.
Yeah.
She said, my oldest son and I act like best friends.
Okay, cool. I love that too.
And Sharon said she agreed.
I love that y'all got relationships with y'all kids.
Statement. Yeah, when people say, oh, your kid's not your friends, I be like, speak for yourself. My kids are my friends.
What's wrong with that?
I don't care. I feel like people just start saying cliches and they just keep running with it forever.
And I feel like they're learning from the early years of their parents. The early years when you were 6, 7, 8, you were seen, not heard, and all that shit. I think that people really believe that, but that's not the relationship you have to have. You know what I mean?
Yolanda Jennings is in here. Hi,
Hey.
Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo said,
Yes. Hey, Yo-Yo.
Parents and be your biggest peeps. What that say?
You and Ola have always been very close, Landa.
Whoever say that is haters.
I think so too. I really think so too.
And Ms. Brown said you have favorite. Do I have a favorite child?
Debbie says Sue.
No, I don't think she. I feel like she has.
Keisha, look, I get that, and that's kind of what I was saying. I feel like you got to raise them first. Then we get to the friendship when you get old enough, 16,
I
17.
always hung with my kids.
You know what I'm saying?
We always been best.
Even when they was little, I don't care.
Yeah.
I feel like
Okay, but
and I also feel like,
but that wasn't always good though.
it wasn't, but that's a part of life. And I feel like since my mother died, I look at life differently, and I want to do things differently. I don't care if somebody make their kids go in the room and they don't hang around their kids, or they don't want to be around their kids. I want to be around my kids. I want my kids to have amazing memories of being with me. So that's just my thing.
Okay,
and,
wait a minute. So do you subscribe to, one thing I never understood? Do you subscribe to your kids they can eat the hot dogs and hamburgers at the cookout, but they couldn't
No.
eat the
My kids been eating.
My mother and father never subscribed to that either, but I never understood that.
Yeah.
Why you gotta be a certain age to eat a piece of steak, bitch?
Yeah, no.
Go get a
My kids have always eaten great.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho,
I agree.
Moving on to the next question. In a relationship or in like your situationship or whatever y'all calling it these days, what kind of mate do you prefer? the main character, the laid back, kind of calm and cool guy, or the more boring homebody type? What kind of guy do you prefer? Ladies and men, what kind of woman do you prefer? Because I was on somebody's post and they were saying like make sure you're compatible with the person before you really get with them, because a lot of times people feel like they get bored and then that's what makes them not want to be with the person.
Yeah.
But everybody in the comments is like, I'm very boring. I like to be bored. I like to be in the house. I like to be whatever. So if some people like that, then obviously there's a market for boring people.
I think it is. I think it's all in your personality. Me personally, I don't know. If I'm bored, I'm gone. That's the fuck it. I'm a main character and I seem to attract laid back motherfuckers who like main characters. You know what I'm saying?
Yo said she always gave them the hamburgers and the hot dogs.
And not the ribs and the steak. Don't do that. Get them kids some motherfucking steak.
My son gonna bust a crab open even when he can't eat it, wasting crabs and bullshit just to be sitting up there.
That's what our parents did that too. Later, don't do that because we ate steaks and ribs too. They ain't never do the hot dog. Well, we kind of wanted that, but the relationship. I feel like I said, I'm a main character and I seem to attract laid back motherfuckers who like a main character.
Keisha, what you saying, Tone? Oh, Tone, that part, me. They can say she a main character, but she always attract laid back guys.
Laid back people.
That's what you saying?
The laid back niggas love me because they want a main character, but they don't want to be a main character.
Yo said
I don't really have a preference.
Yo said main characters always find her such a young and a restless.
I know that's right. I think because I'm always chosen by a laid back dude, that's now what I like.
Kim is in here.
Kim who?
Twin Kim that was at the party Saturday.
Hey Kim.
Kim said, I'm with you, Tone. I'm the main character, but meet laid back dudes. Yo said, no. What?
The laid back dudes is a motherfucking vibe.
Oh, Yo said she ain't make it to the big people table to eat ribs and stuff till she was 18.
Landon.
Yo, they made you keep on eating hot dogs and chips and shit.
And fucking burgers.
Okay, sure. Poo said my husband is real laid back, but he let me do me. I like that.
Okay,
I like that. I feel like
the main character though.
I feel like that's important because just because you're not all rah and party and whatever, he lets you do you. He lets you be yourself.
Yeah.
Anytime a man let you be yourself, you got a winner right there.
Yeah.
You ain't got to pretend, fake, all of that.
And he actually promotes it. Like, I know you want to do whatever. Go ahead and do whatever. I love that type of nigga.
I think Damon Cooper is in here. What's up, Damon?
What's up, Damon? Are you a main character, Damon?
Damon is one of the nerds.
But is Damon a main character or is
I feel like he's a main character in his relationship.
Okay.
Because he happens to be married to Coco's cousin.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying?
Is she laid back?
I feel like she is. Every time I've met her, she's very laid back.
Okay.
And Damon is boisterous and talkative. So
he must like a laid back.
He exudes like a main character.
Mm-hmm.
Kim said my kids ate what they like off the menu. Exactly.
Thank you.
Okay, me, I feel like
I
feel like this is pushed on me, but I'm a main character.
You are.
And
exactly. Sushi do the most.
Okay, I'm a main character, and believe it or not, I like
main character. She does.
I like main characters too.
She loves a motherfucker with some spunk.
Yes, I love it. It just turns me on.
Okay, but how does that ever clash?
I don't know. Not if you get to really know each other. It could if you don't know yourself and if that person doesn't know them. So I feel like if two younger main characters got together, it could be a problem. But as you get older, you learn how to maneuver in relationships and just in general.
So you like minds instead of opposites attract.
Yeah, I like cocky people. I like
you
main
definitely
characters,
love cocky people.
All of that. Anywho, Keisha B said at my age she like laid back.
Yeah.
Yo said looking good, ladies as always. Thank you.
Thank you.
Keisha B said I'm definitely laid back but can give main character. Okay. Lauren has entered. Lauren said hey ladies.
Hey Lauren.
And Brown Sugar has entered.
This up, please.
Brown Sugar said that's too true. When your man lets you be you, that's top tier. And
I agree.
Great.
I definitely agree.
Tina,
ain't Sue bodying today? She's looking really good.
I'm taking her to
First of all, give my best friend her props.
I'm taking her to. I saw her already.
Okay, but give it to her on camera.
Anyway, I'm taking her to the studio tonight, y'all. I might go live, but Sue's
shit.
Keisha said at my age. Oh, okay, I read that. She like laid back. I mean, I feel like cool guys.
Do you feel like you'll be 75 wanting the main character?
Yes. If we at the nursing
You want
home,
the bomb ass nigga from the birthday?
if we at the nursing home, that bitch better come in there like popping his shit, even if he in a wheelchair.
He got his pants up there, here, all the bitches on them gold chains.
All of that.
Tina, I can see it. I can fucking see it, bitch.
Yes. All of
nah,
that.
I want the nigga in the corner. Let me shine and all of that, and you just be like, go, baby, go.
Yeah.
That's
William
it.
Proctor has entered.
Thanks,
I'm
girl.
not talking to no main character.
Will.
You not talking to a main character?
No.
Sue said
So
she
you
not
want a
talking to a
laid-back
main
dude?
character.
Sue, you a main character. Sue a main character? Sue more laid back.
Yeah.
She not
She's in the
main
middle.
character.
Will, put 99, save that date in your
You
phone.
can definitely pop your shit, but you not a main character. You would rather play the background a little bit.
Yo-Yo said we
But I feel like we don't know Sue for real.
Oh my God. Yo-Yo said they're watching the show from the street light shelter in Virginia.
Okay, love that.
Hi y'all. Hi everybody.
What's up, y'all?
Howdy. Whatever, how y'all do y'all greetings out down in the country. Okay.
Mr. Virginia's the country. Well,
It depends on what part
It could
she's
be.
in. Will, save the dates. 9/9/23.
You will want to. And tell Tanya to save the date. And yes, I'm putting my cousin Tanya out here on the motherfucking live.
So you won't
Don't
be
try
in
to
there
act
looking
like
at
you
the
single,
hoes.
bitch. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Will. That's my cousin, y'all. Don't mind us.
Next question. Treating your boyfriend or girlfriend's child differently from your own. Not your husband or your wife, your boyfriend or your girlfriend. And this stems from, I don't know if you saw the video that was going around sometime earlier last week or so, where a guy confronted his girlfriend. It looked like they was in the kitchen of their house. And he said that his son was feeling some kind of way because she was treating his son mean, and she was treating them different from her kids. And she admitted, like, yes, the fuck I was. And she was saying that his son is, like, I guess, bad and unruly and this, that, and the third. So what's y'all take on that?
No, he wasn't bad and unruly. She just said she
thought
was letting her kids do things that she wouldn't let him do. And she said,
But I thought she said he was bad.
oh, I didn't see that part. I saw that when the father said, he said that you're treating him different. She said, yeah, it's going to be things that my kids can do that he can't do because he's not my child. Or I'm going to do for them that I'm not going to do for him
Kim
because he's
said,
not
I
my
love
child.
me some Tone. After you called Will a bitch.
Oh, my
bad. Yo-Yo said, I know my folks who did that. I hate that ish.
I say this. When you meet a man or if you meet a woman and they have children, you should automatically know that it's a package deal. There is not one without the other. So if you decide to take that role on and you going to be a living girlfriend and you doing all this and y'all got kids together and all that, then bitch, you accepting his other kids, his outside kids.
I say, first and foremost, if someone's your girlfriend or your boyfriend, my personal pet peeve is when people try to like play house and mesh everybody together like really quickly.
Right.
Just because it's your boyfriend or your girlfriend, I'm not their mother. I don't want to pretend I'm their mother. I don't want to be their mother or anything. Now, if we organically, get to know each other and all of that, that's fine. But I feel like nowadays people are too pressed. Every time you got a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you taking them around your kids.
Yeah.
They calling that man daddy, or they acting like that's their mother. That's not their mother, and that's just your boyfriend. Like, give relationships all the way time to develop. It is going to be times when somebody's not going to like your kid off the break.
Yeah.
Do you want them to pretend to like your kid?
Yeah.
Or do you want them to organically fall into a liking and love with your child after a period of time?
But I feel like that's different. I feel like what she was getting at was she treats his son differently than she treats her kids. So when I see that, I feel bitch, like you giving your kids filet mignon, you giving my motherfucking kids noodles.
Yeah, you treat
them the same.
I treat strangers' kids the same.
Yeah.
But I think he was leaving the son on her a lot. You go get your son from his mother and you don't be nowhere to be found. Like your point. Then she still shouldn't have treated him wrong. But the point I'm trying to make is like stop forcing relationships, and stop forcing like all of that. She was wrong, no doubt. But don't go pick up your child and then bring it to me. I ain't their mother. I don't want to even watch them. I don't even watch my own kids.
No. You ain't finna leave your motherfucking child on me. That's one. I mean, like, I love the kids, but I don't really fuck with the kids. You know what I'm saying? So if I had, that's exactly why I would never date nobody that got young kids or little kids right now. I need your kids to be fucking grown. Like I said, I I love the kids, but I don't really fuck with them. You ain't leaving your 7-year-old on me or your 5-year. Bitch, I'm not doing that.
Sue says she doesn't date guys with kids, period.
I feel her.
Because of the drama that goes into
It's too much. First of all, you say
thing.
at Sue's age, you are fucking with your baby mother. Let's just be real. Y'all been broke up for a year or two, but you still fucking with her. You still think you can go back and all of that. But at our age, I don't feel like that's really an issue. But if there is an issue, like let's say you got a 14-year-old.
That's not even why I don't talk to people with kids.
Why you don't talk to people with kids?
For more so of the time, you gotta say, oh, you got your child, or I don't care. That's not my vibe.
Okay.
That's just my
That's like our age not wanting to talk to a man that doesn't have adult children.
Yeah.
Who got time for that? It's my weekend to get them and get rid of them. I'm not doing that shit.
I get it. All right, I get it.
Okay, so in the comments, Keisha B said that's not right. Don't date someone with kids. Then Yo-Yo said that's terrible.
No, that's terrible.
What if you got y'all child but kids? Oh, I missed that. Lauren said no, that's a deal breaker. I wish the fuck I lay up with a dude that treats my child different.
Yeah. I think that's the issue. You're literally treating this child different from your kids, and she was on camera saying because he's not my child. I'm going to treat him different because he's not my child.
But the man, I feel like at that point, he shouldn't have his child around her.
I agree.
She's already letting you know.
That's the first thing I said. I kept saying, well, why was he keep leaving his child around her if he knows? The son is now coming to you telling you that he's
and I would feel bad. Like I would be so hurt by that.
There's no way I would leave my child with her. But there's no way I would be with her.
Bacon said never. I love all the kids. All my ex's kids still love and call me. Yo-Yo said there should just be a basic standard for how you treat children, especially with your significant other.
Yeah.
Ms. Brown said totally agree. Brown Sugar said, well, not in the beginning. It should be an established relationship over time. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
William said, I'm not reading what Will said. Tracy Branch is watching. Yo-Yo said, I feel like I have to interact with the children. Slug is watching. Brown Sugar said,
hey,
yes,
Slug.
Sue. I agree. If you don't have kids, leave them men with kids alone.
Yeah.
Tracy said, Lord, I came on here 3 times. Hello, ladies.
Hey, Trace.
Kim Chambers said, I've been there before with my last relationship. He would...
Sue, grab me a paper towel.
He would get his daughter and leave her with me.
No.
While he got to coach football and shit like that. Ain't no goddamn... Her little ass better get that fold-out chair and get the hell out there.
She better have that whistle around her motherfucking neck.
Hold the clipboard.
Cause she's the fuck out there. Now that's one thing I never played.
Stand your ground on that, Sue. She agree with you.
That's one thing I've never played. You're not gonna keep dumping your fucking child on me.
Never gotta worry about me standing on nothing.
Yeah, she's a bitch. She definitely gonna hold that down.
Champ
but you're never
watching.
What's up, Champ? What's up, nigga? Hello. I ain't seen you in a minute, nigga. How you doing?
Kim said, I don't treat his daughter differently. I didn't treat his daughter differently. She's a child and she's a good kid.
And that's another thing. My whole family's like, even though I don't have kids, my whole family is like that. We always, if you got a kid, your kid is welcome in our family for life. I don't care if you break up with that person or whatever. When we see you, you still our little cousin or our little, our aunt, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we don't roll like that. So I would never treat nobody else's child like that.
Ms. Brown said he needs to break up with her.
Like shit.
Ain't nobody coming before my kids. I don't care how or when they got there.
How you still? I think he married to her, ain't he? I think he was married to her.
I don't know.
We gonna put it on Talks with Tone and Teena.
Will, that is water. He talking about is that a bowl of soup? That yellow joint. It's water.
Will,
it's just an aesthetic. Will, shut up.
We so happy that you made it this week. You cussed us out for not doing it.
She better learn football. Don't let no man use you for a babysitter. Lauren, I'm with you 1,000%.
Because
I ain't even got my own child.
You ain't finna dump your kids.
Definitely ain't got yours.
I'ma hang with y'all. But yeah, you ain't dumping your motherfucking kids on me.
And Ms. Brown said if they are married, she needs to get a divorce. He needs to get a divorce.
I agree.
Men gotta stand up in those type of ways more, because I feel like in that way, a lot of times men be a pushover on that. They'll carry their kids for whoever they're married to. So I feel like men be a big pushover in a lot of ways once they get married, especially when it comes to their children that they already had.
And from the video, it seems like this is a recurring problem. This is not the first time he approached her on that. I feel like this was not the first time the child came to him on this. He knew, and you still leaving your child with her. Why? Because she your wife or she your girlfriend? Yeah, no, he don't want to be bothered. Like you said, he probably go pick the child up and drop her off over there.
Okay, this question came from Tone. This is about the airplane. I don't know. Did you see an article or something?
It was a TikTok. The woman. It was a woman on TikTok. She's a plus size person. I'm gonna for visual sake, I'm gonna give you her, her measurements and all that. It seems like she's around maybe 450 pounds. I don't know. White people weight different. I don't know, but she's a large woman. So she's going down the aisles of an airplane. And she feels like she's being discriminated against because the airplane aisles.
Will dumbass. Talk about he used to leave Portia in the house and go see Essence and leave her in the house with Tanya.
And did. Okay, but it might have been a fight when you got back there too, though, Will. But we love Portia. Even if Tanya, see, that's what I'm talking about. Even if Tanya and Will break up, Portia's still going to be part of our family. You know what I mean? So our family rock a little different. When you family for life. So the big bitch. Okay, so she going down the aisles. She's feeling like she's being discriminated against because the aisles are not wide enough for someone her size to come down. She's also done a video before about the seat belts and how ordering an extension to the seat belt is embarrassing, and they should just provide the seat belt with the extension already attached for every seat. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That would avoid people having to ask for it and be embarrassed. So
I just don't put my seatbelt on my airplane.
I've done that once, but I got scared. But I feel like, so what do you feel like? Do you feel like she's being discriminated against, or do you feel like, bitch, lose some motherfucking weight to get on the plane? What are your thoughts? I want to hear what yours is first.
Okay, the actual question is not building wider aisles on airplanes to accommodate bigger people. Is this discrimination, or is the plane size standard and the person needs to lose weight? I mean, if she want to stay her size, I feel like that's her prerogative, but I don't think that the plane should make different aisles or anything like that to accommodate her,
someone of her size.
You would literally have to remodel.
Yeah, I was about to say, this has been standard for years.
Yeah, but the standard size for anybody back then was a 12. Okay. Our standard size for the American woman now is a 16.
Okay,
so we had to adjust everything else according to time.
I think planes are very expensive, and again, just get a bus ticket, or just get road trip.
Well, let's be honest. Okay, let's say a plane ticket is $150. If they have to remodel those planes, it's going to be like the standard ticket is going to be $180 now. They're gonna get their money back.
Yeah, I just don't think so. And then the seat belts. I mean, I do feel like the seats on the plane are small sometimes, depending on who you're flying with. Yeah, you're tight in there. That's just unfortunately how it is.
That's what it is.
Flying is something that you don't have to fly, so I don't think that they should accommodate, and change the whole plane around.
Okay, so as a fellow big bitch, I agree with you. I feel like a woman of her size.
Keisha B said they not building no new planes.
Yeah, I feel like a woman of her size, bitch, you need to get accustomed to the plane. I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. When I seen the video, I was like, how the fuck do you think they should build another plane for you to fucking get on? You don't feel like you should come down a little bit so you can fit through the aisle, bitch?
Get on a private
And I'm saying that as a big bitch. I lost 170 pounds. Before that, I had to get an extension. I asked for the motherfucking extension. Either you gotta pick a lane. Either you gonna be a big bitch and stand on it, or you're gonna fucking lose weight. If I was a big bitch and I stood on that shit, if I need an extension, fuck what the fuck these bitches. I'm never gonna see none of these people again when I get off this plane. Bitch, I need to be safe. Give me the fucking extension. I don't see, so you can't have it both ways in my book. Either you're gonna be a big bitch and stand on it, or you're gonna lose weight. And I feel like nobody should rebuild a plane for bitches to fucking get on. Are you crazy?
Slug said that is that white privilege shit.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
Brown Sugar said flying is a luxury. William said pick a lane. Will said pick a lane. She is a lane. Cherie has
Will.
Lauren said, girl, get first class or business seats are better, or get an extender to keep pushing it.
I agree. You have to do what you got to do.
Tracy said, I'm big and I don't think it's discrimination. I just think it's standards. They should probably provide the extra seatbelt if needed, but not redesign the whole plane.
Tracy, I say that. I think the extension, whatever the standard seatbelt is, plus the extension, just make all the fucking seatbelts that length. I feel like you shouldn't have to have nobody ask for an extension. But riding in the goddamn aisles? No, bitch, we not doing that.
I don't know. I just feel like flying, like Brown Sugar said, it's a luxury.
Right.
And I just feel like just how we are as people, like, hey, when you get to your seat and you see it's a big person, you don't even want to sit there.
You be bad.
Especially
if you got a middle aisle.
You just start fucking huffing and puffing. You don't even want to sit there no more. Or if you're in the middle like this, it's like you don't even get to fucking relax or enjoy yourself. And you paid for the seat just like
they did, right?
So it's like we, other people are on the losing end too.
Do you feel like a bigger person should get 2 seats? Be required?
I feel like they should pay for 2 seats. They should be required.
Okay, so you know how when you fly and you ain't pay for your bag, and at the front they be like, "Oh no, bitch, that's $99." You feel like when they see the big bitch coming, "Oh no, bitch, you need to pay for the other seat."
They should, because I almost need 2 seats. So you need 2 seats automatically, which you're gonna make someone uncomfortable. You need to be on your own row with your own seat. That's reality. It's not trying to be funny or discriminating. Literally, just like when you hear "Crying Baby" on there, when you get to your seat and it's already 2 people on there and you in the middle, you be like, "Oh my God," right away.
So you feel like there should be some accommodations for a bigger person, but not remodeling the plane.
Some caveats or whatever you want to call it.
I go with that. But we not remodeling no motherfucking plane.
For a bigger person, I do.
I agree. But remodeling the plane, bitch, we not finna do.
Lanique Brown said, "Then my fat ass was in the middle." Hold up, she said.
What's the beginning of that?
Miss Brown said, "I remember having to get an extension and being very transparent. I was definitely embarrassed, and it was my first time on a plane, but definitely knew at that moment that I needed to make changes and made a promise that next time I get on a plane, I was going to not need one."
I know that's
right. She said,
right.
"That was my first and praying my last time I had to get one."
I know
then
that's
my fat
right.
ass was in the middle. Okay, sorry, I had a flashback.
I don't remember what seat I was in, but
Slug said, "Private or coach? Is it that serious?"
Private? Who got 25 grand to get?
Yeah.
Well, excuse me.
Ain't nobody
more than 25 grand.
PJ.
Yeah, 50 grand to go one way.
Tracy said she agreed with you, Tone. Skiwi said she better do a road trip. Brown Sugar said they provide seatbelts upon request. If they offer the extension, that could be deemed as discrimination, assuming the person needs one. And
no, what I'm saying is, if you make every single seat the length of an extension plus a regular seatbelt, no one would have to ask for an extension.
I refuse to read that, Will. Brown Sugar
or put the extension in the pocket, in the front pocket. That way you don't have to ask for it. So I do get what she's saying. Like, that is embarrassing. Well, I wasn't embarrassed. I didn't even know to be embarrassed.
I feel like if you're big, people see you, like, asking for
That's what I'm saying. Y'all see my size, bitch.
Yeah.
I need the fucking extension. I'm not going to ride with no belt on, bitch. Give me the extension.
Slug said, now y'all know Slug use a whole lot of words that don't go with the thing, but he's my brother.
That's my boo.
That's my brother from another mother.
Right.
So I'm gonna read everything he said. Slug said, "This is my opinion. Is a validation. You need to book the flight that suits your real." And he usually be saying real spill or real question. I don't know. But that's Slug.
Slug talk like a pimp, and I love it.
Brown Sugar said aircrafts are built according to people's sizes.
The standard size. But okay, that goes back to my original thing, Miss Brown. A standard size back in 71 was a 12. The standard size for an American woman of this generation is a 16, which a 14, 16. Should they be moving with the times? That's the question. Even though they made newer planes, they still go by the same standard. Should they be upgrading their standard?
Okay. Answer that one, Ms. Brown. We're moving along.
All right. What's up?
Your significant other following your friends on social media, yay or nay? How do you feel about that?
My significant other follows, I think, all of my friends. I'm cool with it. What's the problem? Okay. That's a thing?
Some people are totally against it.
Why?
Some people have a problem with it. Like, some women be like, I don't accept any of my friends' husbands or boyfriends. Everybody got their own hang up about everything.
Okay, Tina, what?
Skiwi says she cool with it.
What's the hang up? Like, I never heard that. What's the hang up about?
Diane? No, that's
Zebu?
That's Slug.
I was finna say, wait a minute. We got a motherfucking celebrity
Ms.
here.
Brown saying, no, that's true too. I agree with putting the extensions where it is accessible.
Yeah, just put them in the pocket.
Okay, I feel like with me, I feel like everything has a gift and a curse aspect to it. I see it's all cool and hunky-dory in the beginning of anything, but I feel like it could become a point where there's a problem, especially if you and that person is on the outs and they follow all your friends, especially if you don't want them in all of your business. They run into your friend's story, or hey, I'm out with you. I might not want Tom to know I'm out with you, or you know, whatever the case may be. I feel like some people use it as, hey, well, I can't see what she's doing, let me go on her friend's page and see what they're doing and connect the dot. Everybody uses
that. Has never occurred to me. That's true.
Everybody uses. So come on, when I was getting stalked and I wouldn't answer my stalker sent me a Cash App message and said, since you not answering me, I'm gonna write on Tone page.
Bitch, you lie.
I put it in the group the other day. I was going through my old messages. This bitch said, since you ain't answering,
this is so much shit, bitch.
I'm gonna write it on Tone page. Like shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, here's special circumstance though.
No, you think he in special circumstances when all the men are like that, they just go about it a different way.
That's true. Now we're finding that out. When we compare stories with him and other motherfuckers, all y'all niggas the same.
Or if you feel like you putting something on your page that you don't want everybody in it, you know, all of that, it can become like, okay, where somebody's investigating your life and your business, or they're too much immersed into your business because your significant other is on their friends list.
But I feel like, why would you post that then?
Some people post all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I don't post nothing. I don't care. All the shit I post, I don't give a fuck who see it.
Tracy said,
so it never occurs to me that
Tracy said all that social media shit, I'm sorry, Tone, is trouble waiting to happen. Absolutely not. I'm not following his friends, etc. I'm not even following his ass. Fuck out of here.
Why though, Tracy? Is it that you don't want to see something that you like? Why wouldn't you follow him or his friends? I follow all my baby friends. I am.
I feel like literally to each his own.
But that's different because we all grew up together, so they my friends too. So that might be different.
We've known each other for over
forever.
30 years.
Yeah.
But like I said, we gonna put that in the comments where something say unblock me, or I'm gonna write on Tone page and all that dumb shit.
I'm fucking
Just embarrassing.
No, we put that on Talks with Tone and Teena.
Just embarrassing as fuck.
I ain't never seen that.
Ms. Brown says she agreed with you, Tone. If I post, I don't care who see it and what the fuck happens to it once it's in the universe.
At all.
But yeah, so some people are just.
But you can see where they coming from though.
Like me personally, I don't care. But some people, they have a problem with it. And
wow.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes your guy may ask you like, "Hey, your friend sent me a friend request. Can I accept it?" And all of that.
My significant other never even asked.
I better
he
get
didn't give a fuck.
I better get asked.
He accepted everybody, my family, my friends, everybody.
Harrison Winston is watching.
What's up, Harrison?
Said hello. Slug said, "Why I see you're asking enough? Don't need to follow you. What the hell?" So Slug's not following his girl. I'm sorry, his woman. And Lauren said, "I don't follow my husband friends, but they follow me. I'm gonna post what I want. Who won't check me, boo?"
Wait, is that a thing that you don't follow your bae?
Not to my knowledge.
Oh, because Slug said, "What the fuck am I gonna follow her for?"
Yeah, Slug be doing a lot of faking. you know how Slug is with the women. Slug, stop.
Slug is dedicated.
The next one, feeling pressure and obligated to provide for your adult children. And this came from a post where I saw where a young lady wrote that, oh, the parent is supposed to basically kind of like do something for you forever.
Absolutely.
You know, all of this mumbo jumbo or whatever. So I feel, you know, if you do something for your child, do it because you want to, but don't ever feel like, oh, I got to do this for them. They grown. The same way they do all that grown, talking they smack, getting smart, fucking out of both drawer legs, doing all the stuff that they want to do as a grown person, they should be able to stand on their own 2 feet.
When they don't need you.
They should be able to stand on their own 2 feet enough to know like mom or dad is not obligated. People have their own life and their own problems. Food is expensive out here. Everything is expensive out here. Do not expect for another grown person to carry you. And I feel like a lot of times when kids didn't have a lot growing up, and when parents didn't, they kind of feel obligated to show their kids a different way. And I also feel that kids compare. You know, if you go to school with a kid that their parents are kind of like affluent, and hey, your mom had you when she was 16, that bitch ain't affluent. Then you compare, well, I'm 16 and my friend is 16.
And she got a Benz for graduation.
Yeah, but her parents are 50 and they've both they've both done this, that, and the third. Your mom had you when she was 16 and she's only 32 and she's just getting on her feet for the first time in her life. But so don't let your kids like trap you into believing like, oh, and then if you were one of those parents that was like on drugs or didn't raise your kids and you kind of like got yourself together, they really think like, oh bitch, you owe me the world, and if you don't do what they want, they keep bringing that back up and regurgitating that like you wasn't there for me and this, that, and the third.
I feel like it's on the parent. How you raised your child is how they're going to be. Mm-hmm. If you raised your child without no responsibility, there's no consequence to anything, there's no anything. I don't give a fuck if they got straight D's. They still get Christmas gifts. I don't give a fuck and get to do whatever they want. They're going to carry that same...
They dumb as bricks.
Yeah, they're entitled. That gives them a sense of entitlement. So when they turn 22, you think that's going to go away? Fuck no, it's going to get worse. So I feel like it's all in how you raise your kid.
I received that, Cherie. Cherie said it's a trap. I feel obligated to mine because of certain things that wasn't given to me. So I understand. Okay, so what makes you feel obligated? You don't got to go into specifics of what specifically, but what makes you feel obligated? Like, While Cherie is talking, Skeeby said, "No, that's crazy, Tone." What you said right before. Yo-Yo said, "Never feel entitled." Miss Brown said, FYI, they always say I'm too nice.
I can see
Miss Brown said, I'll be totally honest. I don't think that I'm supposed to, especially when they grown. But I definitely treat my kiddos the way my mom did me. So I have a hard time saying no not because I feel like you have to, but just because I want to.
And I think also your kid. I think your parent. You're a parent. You know your kid. So you know the kid that's going to always need you. You know the kid that's going to be independent. You know your kid. Even though you raised them basically the same.
Yeah.
Okay, if Debbie was always if Sue was hella independent and Debbie was always he always needed you, or even as a kid, you know that, right? So at 25, you don't expect him to get like Sue. You know he's gonna kind of always need you, so you kind of plan accordingly.
I feel like Debbie should have been my oldest child, and Sue should have been
Debbie.
Her little. She
Debbie kind of little. Sue, come on now.
Okay, Boo Lewinsky has entered. Boo Lewinsky.
Happy birthday to your triplets.
I was gonna say shout out to the triplets. Sue did two of their makeup. Sue used to be their makeup artist before they moved to Atlanta.
Okay, and happy birthday to them all.
Okay, Cherie said, I thought it was the right thing to do until I came to the conclusion that they are grown and they, in the same way I figured it out, they have to figure it out as well. And
okay.
That's true because...
So you felt obligated before then, but then...
If you keep coddling them, like... Even if you're still going to be like Miss Brown, where hey, you feel like you want to, you still have to let your kids get a certain level of independence. You got to let them fall. You got to let them learn certain things because hey, we see how, God forbid, and knock on wood, but we see how people dropping like flies. If you out of here tomorrow, what you want to know that your kid has the wherewithal to take care of themselves.
Do you know what's funny? I don't think that most parents, 90% of parents don't even think about that. 90% of parents who have dependent children don't ever think about that. Yeah, you're coddling them and you're supplying them with what they need and they living in your basement and all that. But when you drop dead, nobody else in the world is going to ever do the shit that you're doing for them.
Ever.
What the fuck's going to happen to your kid? Like, I don't think they ever factor that in. My mother is one... Listen.
Skeeby said she'll back up when they fall. Keisha B said it's hard to let them fall. It's hard watching. Yo-Yo said too many parents open tables with their children.
It's true. It's very hard to watch them fall. But do you want to see them get back up? Because you know one day you ain't going to be here to pick them up.
Y'all don't know how shy... My son used to be so shy. He used to be so shy that he didn't even used to talk. At school, I was like, keep on playing like that. They're going to put you in the slow classes because they're going to think you're slow. So I would make him, like, if he wanted something, you have to go in the store by yourself. Go ahead in there and order it. I'll be right out front. Like, he would, I'd be like, you can't, I knew he loves certain things. You won't be able to get it if you can't order it for yourself. Here, here's my card. Go. He knows how to use the ATM, take money back, all that at like 7, 8 years old. Go do this, go do that. Because if
Debbie would
do that to me.
Debbie would do that, but wouldn't tell the people. Like, he could do all the shit on his own, but he wouldn't place his order.
Like, I'd be like, you won't get it then, and you just get your ass back in the car and go home because I'm not doing it. You know,
but that's a better way to do it than forcing him.
Thank you,
He literally would not get it.
Thank you, Sue.
Okay, but that's
thank you.
But that's
Sue said literally I would drive home and he would not get it.
That's good. That's a good way to do it, as opposed to ridiculing him or, you know, forcing him. You gave him a choice. Either you go in and order your shit or we leave. Mm-hmm. You didn't force him like get the fuck out the car and do whatever.
Please come, please, mommy, please.
He used to do all that.
Come with me, Sue. Just come.
He ain't trying to get other people to recruit other motherfuckers to order for him.
No. And he's very independent. Like, if he's 14, but he can live like a 35 or 40-year-old man.
He act like
because
a 35
of
or 40-year-old man.
The independence that he has gotten. With supervision, of course. You know, his father never going to let him be alone. But he's very independent and adult-like. And I just feel, especially for men, that's important. Because you got 40-year-olds that still live with their 60-year-old mother.
That's what I'm saying.
Or they 50 and they mother 75. And
that's what the fuck it boils down to. Do you want your motherfucking kids in the basement their whole lives, or do you want them to live on their own their whole lives?
And I remember when I used to be a home health aide, this lady, my favorite client of all time, she was 90 something, and this wasn't her youngest son, but he was like 50 something. And like how parents do for their kids now, when you feel sorry for them, you buy them stuff, you do stuff. She was still doing that at 90. She was born in 1920 something. She was still doing that at 90, and her son was in his mid 50s that had grandkids and everything. But she still,
ain't no way.
She still made sure he got everything. If her older son that was like really in charge, if he got on him, she would get mad. It was just like sad to see that.
Ain't no motherfucking way.
Of course, she passed away now. But like, you know, he got to fend all for himself, and his big brother he not his mother, so he not doing the same thing that she did. But I would see it with my own eyes, like she would really try to make sacrifices, or she couldn't really do nothing. So then she would just ask her big son, "Oh, can you please, like, you know, look out for him and this and the third." So that's not good.
I'm not fucking with you. Hey, as my sister or brother, you know when mommy died, you better figure it the fuck out. I ain't doing it. I ain't finna do it. I'm gonna give you whatever she left you, and I hope that lasts for the rest of your motherfucking life, because I'm not taking care of you. Ain't no way I'm taking care of somebody grown.
Yeah, okay. Yo-Yo said gonna be living up in a mother family house. Ain't nobody, whatever.
And that house ain't gonna last long if you ain't paying the mortgage.
He should be saying, I absolutely have to let it happen. It's just hard.
Yeah.
Candace said, I used to be just like your son, Jafani. I was so shy as a young child. Candace, you can't tell now.
I can't see right.
But you can't tell my son, he's still laid back, but he's definitely not shy.
I thought you talking about Candace. I can't see Candace being shy.
Like, I'm just saying, as he developed how she's outgoing now.
Yeah.
Like he hosted a TV show, you know, with some other little boys, like a youth TV show. So he's definitely broken out of it. And I told him me and him was going to do 21 questions on live, and we done it before. So yeah, he's not shy anymore, but it's just so funny. Gina's in here.
Hey, Jean.
And Skeevy said, only grown person I'm taking care of is my husband. Ooh, I like that.
I agree.
Not the sons, but the hubby.
I agree.
And Miss Brown said he be so shy. Oh, Miss Brown said, oh my God, my youngest son is like that. He be so shy and don't want to do nothing on his own. How old is he? Is he older?
Do you think
he was like 17?
Do you think that, she brought up a good point. Do you think that it should be that way? At a certain point in time, you've raised your kids. Not that they're not going to need you or you're going to throw them out or anything, but you've raised your child. So your focus.
Oh, he's 16.
Your focus should return to your.
Yeah, he gotta get off that titty.
Yeah, he do.
At 16.
But do you feel like
did he ever get a job yet? Because I feel like the more
that's
like just doing his own thing in his own life. Let him go to the bank. You know, handle his own business. Like, you just lay back. Of course, you're there for him for support, but let him do things on his own, or he ain't going to get it.
That's true.
You say do what? Like your husband, you've been.
Oh yeah. Once, even though your kids still need you or whatever, but do you think your focus should go back to your husband?
Hell yeah.
After,
when your kids grown, they grown. I'm not like you're grown. Like Skiwi said,
even
my man.
If you need
my
me or not.
my man.
I agree with Skiwi.
Yeah.
It's all about my nigga at the. I didn't raise you motherfuckers.
Adults. But then you know your kids start getting jealous of your man.
I'm sorry about that. We not finna get into it about my man. We not finna
all this and that. But
in my opinion, once you grown, you have a grown child. You have no longer have an opinion about my man or my relationships or anything.
My
like
household,
that.
my life.
I don't give a fuck about what you think about my nigga.
Yeah,
that's just me.
That's true. So that was a good one. What
was
the question anyway?
the coddling your kid.
Oh yeah, your grown child trying to guilt trip you into taking care of them till they 100.
You ain't gonna feel guilty. Don't feel guilty. I do think that you should never kick your kid out at 18. How our parents used to do. Once you turn 18, you gotta get the fuck. My mama never said that, but you know what I'm saying. Some people, parents did say that. I don't think it should go that far, but I shouldn't be 35 still paying your rent.
Yeah,
that's the fuck out. I want my money to myself at some point.
Skippy said, "Hell, I don't get mad when they do for their women, so they should."
Exactly, and that be the whole trip out. When them motherfuckers got a relationship, they all into theirs. Then you don't hear from the motherfuckers. They don't got no opinion. They ain't got nothing. But when they break up with that bitch shit, they coming right back. I need you to do this, and they interjecting into their lives. And we got people that do that on a regular basis. Like when you got a dude or you got a woman.
Let's see if I can tag my cousin.
When you got to do, how am I gonna put this? When you got a dude or you got a woman, you have nothing to do with my life. Everything is cool. You don't give a fuck about who I date, any of that. But when you're not seeing someone, you're heavily into my life.
Yeah, that happens a lot. That happens in friendships, kids-ships,
yeah, it does.
Parents-ships, every relationship.
It does.
When it's just us, it's fine. You know what I'm saying?
Or when you got somebody, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes.
And kids do it too.
It happens all the time.
Girl, don't let that nigga break. Don't let the kid break you the fuck up.
No, especially on what you would do or what you wouldn't do or what you should do or you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
You got so much to say when you ain't got a man.
Yeah.
But when you got a man, you're doing all the same things that you said I shouldn't have did or that you wouldn't do.
Child,
you doing the shit.
Child.
That's why you always live for you.
My mama could tell you, I ain't never gave a fuck about what somebody thought. Never. You ain't gonna dictate my life, and I'm gonna do what I want. That's a gift and a curse, but ain't nobody ever gonna tell me what the fuck to do. All right.
Okay, Candace said it's cute. Cherie said very selfish, let me live. And
I'ma always live my life. I don't give a fuck about kids, parents, the government. Like nobody is gonna impede my happiness.
You only get one.
Nobody.
Live it up as you see fit. My whole thing, as long as you're not hurting.
The world's gonna owe me nothing when I go. Period.
The two questions we skipped, we're going to talk about Marlon Wayans saying he didn't get married because his mother needed him.
That's some weird that shit. Yeah, we're gonna.
And then we're going to talk about how people get mad when you change or when life changes. You know,
like you acting brand new type shit.
Even if say you become spiritual, say you become vegan, say whatever you do that's not what you used to do. People get upset. Sometimes people say you're crazy, you're acting weird, they don't want to be around you anymore. But so we're going to get into that.
I got one question. Okay, so the young lady Carlee Russell that saw the baby on the side of the road. She was human trafficked, kidnapped, whatever, and showed up at her parents' door.
Gina said
48 hours later. Let me ask you this. Does, all allegedly, we not here at Talks and Tone and Teena, we always deal with allegedly when we talk about shit in the current events. But do you feel like there's more to this story, or do you feel like there's something else amiss there?
Okay, I come from a journalist aspect in life. I don't want to speak on anything prematurely because we don't know either way. Okay, now, of course, everybody's a conspiracy theorist. Everybody is a fucking CSI crime scene investigator. I didn't see a kid. First she said a stroller. First she said this and that. I say let's wait until the police come forward with a press conference and say what it really was, the facts. Because they have a Facebook page dedicated to her. It got like 20,000 people on it already, and there's so many different conspiracy stories, this, that, and the third. We wasn't there. Yeah. We don't know what happened.
I feel like I need more information.
They was like, everybody got, she had a mental health breakdown. Her and her boyfriend got into an argument. Everybody got so much stuff to say.
Okay, so the last thing I heard was she told a cousin that the boyfriend was trying to break up with her, so she needs to do something quote unquote drastic to get the relationship back on track. And then a few days later,
I think she's in a sorority and she has a good job. If she was that stupid.
But that don't have nothing to do with a man. You know, bitches that do the craziest shit for a man.
I'm not saying that it did. I'm not saying it didn't, because they will, but this will in essence ruin her life.
I did say that.
You know what I'm saying?
But listen, all the crazy shit bitches do for a man can always ruin their life. They don't give a fuck. They doing that shit.
Be this big.
Right.
If you go missing, That's like, I mean,
but she never expected
people go missing,
celebrities start reposting her
Beyonce
shit.
Mom was talking about it.
Yes.
It went viral.
Lenore Queen.
Every TikToker.
Everybody was talking. I don't think she expected that.
But it could be really true. It could be really true.
That's why I said allegedly. That's why I said allegedly. I don't think that. I would hope she's not lying, but I would feel like I need more information before I form an opinion.
I don't have an opinion either way. Neither way until I see what happens. Candace said, great show tonight, ladies.
Thank you, Candace.
And Lanique said, yes, enjoyed the show.
Thank you, Lanique.
Yeah, I don't.
We gotta reserve options. So when more information come out, maybe we'll hit it again in 2 weeks when we come back to y'all. We don't know. But if you want to know about it,
we can go live once
they give a verdict. Yeah. But if you don't know or if you miss it, you better be already subscribed.
Like,
that's what made me even look into it. But if you want to know what we think about it, you must be subscribed to our channel on YouTube, Talks with Tone and Teena, or liking our page, Talks with Tone and Teena, on Facebook and Instagram. I know all y'all doing that. I know you are. So make sure you tune in
my man,
2 weeks, and we will be back. See y'all guys next 2 weeks.
Chuck Willery, 2 and 2.
See you in 2 weeks.
Y'all know